weekend just gone?
Yes, UKTTA.
Looked amazing.
It was. It's the first time I've done it. I wanted to do it last year, but something came up. But the organisers put a lot of money into it. It was a big difference from other conventions. I mean, I've enjoyed every convention I've been to, you know, apart from the odd one. But most of them I love. You know, I love Shropshire. I love Bedford. There's plenty of that I love. But this one, it was different. It was big.
Like, did I have that like big, fantastic, big convention vibe, but with that family touch at the same time, like a personal touch to it?
Well, that's something that I noticed. The organisers were nice. I mean, again, that happened to a lot of conventions, but there are some conventions where it is just about the profits, about the money.
Yeah.
Where with this, obviously it was about profit. They wanted to make money, but I felt like they cared. You know, when I was speaking to the organisers, they would have done anything for you. They were going out the way to make sure that everybody was happy, and I think that's a big deal. It makes a difference, in my opinion.
Like, I heard the first ever one that it didn't go as great, but then every year since they've listened to the tattoo artists, and it just got bigger and better. And they seem to be in the vibe of, if they put the money into it, they'll make the money back.
Yeah. I mean, just the way they advertise. The lanyards I loved, because the lanyards
that was great.
Yeah, they've got your face. It's the first time I've ever seen that. They've got everybody's actual face on the lanyards, and you know, we all collect the lanyards for some strange reason. Yeah, we all love a lanyard. Yeah, I've got fucking loads of them now.
It's the only reason I go to conventions.
But yeah, it was great. So Saturday, I mean, I think there was about 450 artists again. That's massive. That is a lot. But it was sold out on Saturday, so footfall was unbelievable.
Wow.
I know that a lot of people that did walk-ups made a lot of money.
Yeah, I've seen some friends of ours, and they posted like 12, 15, nearly 20 on design tattoos they did over a weekend. And some of them weren't small either. Some of them were little quick bangers, but some of them were pretty big. You're like, fucking yeah.
Our friend, your good friend Tim, he did some funny flash. I'll post a flash what he did. Some of them were great.
He sent a picture to me like a week before. He went, "This is my flash." I went, "Good tattoos, bad tattoos done goodly," or something was what he said.
Yeah.
I was like,
he told me to come and have a look. So I walked out, because we were on the same aisle, me and Tim. He was on the opposite end. And he showed me his flash, and he had like this wonky circle with dots in it. I went, "What is it?" And then he moved his hand, and it had, "This is a pizza." You would never know it was a pizza. And he had a snake coming out of water, and it just said "hiss" next to it.
Did you see his menu?
Yeah.
Like, just pick your, does it in the kanji or whatever.
It was good. It's funny too.
I wonder if he tattooed any of them. He didn't tell me.
You know, he did say that he didn't tattoo the ones that I found funny, but he did some walk-ups. He made money.
Oh, Tim puts up books of Flash and everything. He has loads of classic Flash. It was pretty sick.
It was good. But yeah, I also, at the UKTTA, they did on Sunday morning a photo of every artist.
I like that. I've seen that.
It was brilliant, yeah. They kept shouting it, and I had no idea. I wasn't listening, and it was my client that said, you know, get up. They want all the artists, so...
You got right to the front?
Right at the front, yeah. But yeah, it was good. I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
It was just, honestly, it was just a good vibe. I didn't have any issues with anybody. Everybody was dead nice, and I felt like nothing. I felt like I think that I'm okay at my job. I'm not big-headed. I don't think I'm the best in the world. I'm just all right. But I felt like a child compared to some of the artists there.
I heard a lot of big names of the caliber was so high. Like, people that we're friends with are phenomenal tattooers, like absolutely insane. Like, the caliber was just, everybody had imposter syndrome. But guaranteed, some of the big names that everybody was looking at going, "Oh my God," they were probably looking at some others going, "Oh my God."
You're probably right.
Know, it was just a continuous circle of, to be a tattooer, you need imposter syndrome.
Yeah, it was quite intimidating. Some of the work, it blew my mind.
Yeah.
There were some massive names there. I mean, David Corden was a judge. Yarson was a judge. I don't actually know the other two judges. That's really rude of me. I don't know the names, but you know, I don't know every tattoo artist in the world.
Yeah.
But yeah, the work was just, it was unbelievable. And everybody that won deserved to win, because the work was, I didn't place anything, which is fine with, I'm not a sore loser, but I did not deserve to win, because
I was the caliber.
Yeah, I was happy with my piece, but it was crap compared to
I was better than you think it is. You see it through, what's it, rose stained glasses or something like that, where you see it through a certain view, but everybody else sees it through another view.
Yeah, I love the piece, and I did something different. I challenged myself. I really did enjoy it, and I was happy with the final result. But again, it was small fry. Is that the word to use? Small fry compared to some of the artists up there.
Yeah, like You're a little fish in a big pond type
Yeah,
thing.
that kind of thing. I mean, a mate of mine, Tamaz, he's amazing artist, amazing anime. His color blends are amazing.
Oh yeah, I know. I
And
know.
even he said to me, he said he feels like nothing here. And to me, I've looked up at his work and thought, I'm hearing that from somebody else. So it was just, I had a really good weekend. And I think that's going to be a go-to convention every year moving
I want to do
forward.
the Manchester one. I went to the Manchester one last year as a guest, just walking around. And it was fantastic. I loved the venue. Parking was horrendous, but that's always the case with most conventions,
Yeah.
isn't it? That's the one thing that lets most conventions down is parking, but that's just accessibility to the venue, I suppose. But the whole thing was fantastic. I always judge a convention by its food.
The food was really good at you.
Yeah. It was like if they put the effort in to take care of the food, God knows what they're going to do to take care of the artists.
That's a good way of
You
looking
know what I
at it.
I'm a chubby kid at heart. I'm a chubby kid in real life, but like,
But yeah, in general, it was a brilliant show. I really enjoyed it. But there was a bit of controversy. What we've seen, I think every tattoo artist has seen it go a little bit viral.
I found this person. I'm not going to name a name. I don't want to. Whatever. I saw this person who posted that video. I went on a bit of a deep dive, and they have like 54K followers now, or some crazy followers
Because of
on their Instagram. Yeah, they're mad. Like maybe like not 54, but like fucking up there. They have a lot of followers. And I look at it and I'm like, he's just doing social media like all of us, going and putting out offers, doing some traditional stuff. Yeah, it's technically clean, but he's judging people for using AI. We'll get into that. That's a whole topic.
yeah,
For a style of tattoo, and he doesn't do. Like, how can you judge? You don't even remotely do it. He doesn't even tiny advertise it. And I'm a what I would call a traditionalist. I believe in like when you learn tattoo, you draw, you trace, you repeat, you put the work in, the physical work in. AI as an apprentice shouldn't come into it. I understand it as a tool and all that, but this guy is talking shit for clout, and I've seen it throughout his page. I went down, he just talks shit for clout. So here's your attention. Fuck off, buddy.
yeah.
You know what I mean? You're slating artists that are in a whole different universe. And I don't mean that disrespectfully to anybody, but everybody has their lane and everybody does their styles, and everybody's style is subjective to the people who like that style. But you can't go take the piss out of and insult and degrade a color realism artist, and then you just do traditional. Like I do traditional. I love it. Like that's my style. That's my lane. But I'm not going to go and slate someone for color realism if I've never done color realism.
Yeah, it's for those that don't know. Basically, some tattoo artist who was there, I'm assuming was a spectator.
Yeah.
He was filming people behind their backs that were working at UKTTA. He was filming them and judging them because they used AI in their banners mainly. I think there was some of them where it was actual tattoo designs as well, but it was mainly the banner work because some artists had used AI to create their advertising banners. My opinion is, first of all, AI is an amazing tool. I don't care if you don't like AI.
That's the word, tool.
Yeah, it's a tool. If you use it properly, it's an amazing tool. It's like, right, so the loyal to the coil people, tattoo artists that still use coil machines, which, respect to that, blah, blah, blah. But times move on. Like the coil machine, it still gets used, but a lot of apprentices have never touched a coil machine now because it's getting phased out. I reckon 20 years from now, they won't be used at all. They just won't. I know you are in disagreement, but
yeah, I'm more of a traditionalist within that, and I respect people's views on it. It's not for everybody. Sorry.
Basically, what I'm trying to say is the old style artists that are still using coils, they're getting older and older and older, and eventually they're going to stop tattooing. And then the new generation, who have never even seen a coil machine, they're the ones that are taking up. And that's why it will be a place where it won't be used because the new generation don't know what it is. It's
just sad. To me, it's an insult to the history of tattooing.
I disagree. You're a traditionalist. I'm a futurist. That's the difference.
Yeah.
I think coils had its time. It created, it paved the way for where we are, and I respect it. It's like I don't use a horse and cart to get to work anymore. I use a car because technology changes for the better.
Yes, but you still know and respect a horse and cart, right?
Of course.
Right. So
Actually, I fucking hate horses.
Yeah, but without the history of tattooing and without what came before us, and without that knowledge still being in the forefront and people remembering that, like what we're doing now will become history, and people we will be old guys eventually.
Yeah.
But you got to remember, anything work going forward and what work succeeding has a strong root in history. Everything in any existence in life has a strong root in its history if it succeeded well. Look at any base of any country, any technology. It always pays good respect to what came before it. And some of the stuff that came before it, like you wouldn't have some of the rotaries, the hybrids, you know what I mean, which have like an armature bar and stuff like that on it. They're some of the best machines in the world now. They still clearly have that respect from the very first machines, you know, with that amateur bar. So my brain is go move with the future. My thought is always go move with the future, keep the past very present.
Again, it's something me and you'll never.
Oh
agree
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
I
respect your point of view.
Yeah, I respect it. I'm being realistic. The realism is eventually it'll be phased out. Like with any technology, it gets phased out. You know, we used to all have DVDs. They're still there, but they are more or less been phased out because of the way streaming is, because of the way the internet is. And 100 years from now, it'll be totally different. And 100 years from now, the call machine will be a relic. It'll be something like my son is 18.
It'll be the Walkman.
Yeah, my son doesn't know what a VHS video is. He doesn't know, and that's what the coil machine eventually will be. And it's no disrespect, and you know, it's good for the history of the art. But the reality is, eventually, so little people use coil machines that they will just be faded off. Anyway, we're changing the subject.
Yeah, we got that. The AI guy.
Yeah, basically, the whole point of bringing up the loyalty to the coil is because some people, to this day, are still. Don't use rotaries, you still use the traditional, blah, blah, blah. And even though you respect the traditional side of it, you accept that, you know, times move on.
Yeah, I physically can't use coils anymore because of my wrists.
But there are some people that still use coils so much that they condemn everybody else.
Yeah.
Now, I'm now seeing that people that are condemning AI don't realize that they are using AI, right? So a Google search, when you buy something from Amazon, Microsoft, Apple, they've all used AI, you know, not as advanced AI as what it is now, but for years we've been using AI in the background. Your mobile phone uses AI.
You won't know more about AI and all that than me.
Snapchat was the first to implement it years ago with filters. You know, I see women on threads where they're mocking people for using AI, but they're using filters on the phones. That is fucking AI.
But like the guy who made said video, that would have been AI would have helped generate that video.
Right. So generative AI is when it makes images.
Yeah.
So that accounts for about 15% of AI use worldwide. The other 85% of AI is based in technology, in medicines, basically it's going to be in our lives more than what people realize. But yes, the 15% is generative. And I understand that people are calling AI slop and stuff like that. And yeah, mostly it is.
It has a bad look to it.
You can tell it's AI. Yeah, most of it. I mean, 10 years from now, you won't be able to tell. The AI will be so good, you will not be able to tell it's AI. But right now, you know, the word is AI slop. And I agree with it. I do. I do think it's lazy for artists to just use AI in everything. It's lazy, but, and this is the part that bothers me, is who gives a fuck? Just you do you. If somebody's using AI, if they want to use AI, I don't particularly like people using it, but it's got nothing to do with me. I'm just doing my job. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I'm earning money for myself. Why do people make a big fuss about what other people are doing?
Like I saw a guy post a video about it. And it's like the people complaining about AI are people who have 4 bookings a month, and the people who who don't give a shit about AI are just focused on their art.
That's it.
Do a good tattoo. Like some of these people who are being slated are some of the best tattooers and artists, genuine artists. I've seen some of these people actually do actual paintings better than this person who's giving them shit can. But yet you're giving them shit because you assumed, like some of these people that didn't use AI, but they assumed just because they have a good rendition. Sorry, I draw shit on my iPad. iPad's going to give me a very digital look to my design.
Well, that's another thing. I remember 10 years ago when iPads first came into the industry, even my mentor was against it. And I showed him how it works. And I use iPads and Procreate 6 years before I became a tattoo artist, because I learned Photoshop. I wanted to be a photo editor years ago. And I tried to tell my mentor about it, and he dismissed it. That's not art, that's blah, blah, blah. And then he went to a convention a year later and saw that people were using iPads. And he come in with an iPad, look at this. I'm like, I fucking told you about that a year ago, you dickhead.
Like, AI as a tool is what it is.
Literally.
Like if you're doing a realism piece and you have all this stuff photoshopped together, edited together on your iPad or Photoshop, whatever program you're using, which is probably a little bit of AI, just so you know, and you're okay with that, which is fine. Put it into AI. Some people put it into AI because I need to refine this hand. I need to turn it a little bit, but I still need this realism, photorealistic look for this hard color that's hitting or this hard light. some people just throw it into AI and go, can you turn the hand like half an inch, or like just rotate it a little bit. They've still put the work in, they've just refined it using the tool. They haven't created it with the tool, you've just adjusted it with the tool.
Exactly.
Unless you just refine it with a tool.
Yeah, so this person that slated these people because they use AI in banners and stuff. Right. I think you should just do your own banner. I do. But that's just my opinion. If somebody's going to use AI to do it, then I don't give a fuck. You do you.
Your banner doesn't affect how well I tattoo.
Yeah.
A friend of yours?
Yeah, a friend of mine used AI. He put up on his post, he used an AI image that he found on Pinterest, which we'll get to in a second, and he edited his face onto it, and he sat like in a throne. It was a good banner. But he admitted, he said, I didn't draw that realism body, because why would he spend 20 hours to do that as a banner when he can just do it in half an hour editing?
It looks cool. I see the banner. It looks cool.
I get that some people say it's lazy, and in some aspects it is, but if you're just using it as a tool to help refine your stuff, then there is nothing wrong with that.
It's you create something for an advertisement to catch an eye.
Yeah.
Now, I'm all for tattoo conventions shouldn't use AI for their advertising, as in like their posters and stuff. You've a room full of artists, get someone to create something. Some of the biggest conventions in the world do that. They pick an artist to design a banner, they design this, they design that, and they give them a booth for it or whatever. That's the old way of doing it. But that's the real way of doing it, because they're going to create something better than what AI is, and it gives more soul to it. And some people are going to go, I fucking like that. Look at Tea Party. Tea Party's artwork this year was great. Had a real kind of devilly circus vibe to it.
Yeah.
Got one of the artists to do it. Gods of Ink, one of the biggest conventions in the world that's on this weekend, to get one of the artists to do all the artwork for it, and it's fucking amazing.
I agree. I do agree with what you're saying, but on the other side of it, I don't give a shit. If a convention does use AI, I don't care. I mean, what you're saying is right, and it's better because it's real art from the artists that are working there, and yes, but from a business point of view, if somebody's going to use AI just to be quick, then okay, I don't give a fuck. I'm going there to earn money and enjoy myself. That's it. I don't care about how you advertise it, because I'm already coming.
Yeah.
So, but again, that's just different perspectives. Right. So Pinterest has been in the industry for years now, right? So there are some artists that will just use Pinterest stuff lazy. They'll grab stuff and just use it.
Yeah.
Some people, I do it, we all do it, where you'll grab stuff from Pinterest, you'll edit it, you'll take things, you'll mix stuff together.
It's a reference.
Yeah, it's a reference point. That's the same as using AI. But the difference is you don't have to search for it. So, for example, for my design recently, I edited the whole thing together with the frame. I did that all myself, but the hand, as you just said, I couldn't find a hand in the position that I want. So I took a photo of the hand in the position that I want. I showed it to AI and I said, turn this into a woman's hand. And it did. And I cropped that and used it. And that's how I implemented AI into my design.
It's using a tool.
It's just a tool. It's minimalism.
Yeah.
But again, there are some people that are so against it that some people will call me out for just admitting that.
Yeah.
But that's just the realization of the tool. It's in the industry now, and 10 years from now, it's going to be embedded in the industry. Pinterest will eventually be forgotten about, and the new thing will just be AI.
Yeah, like I don't think anyone should use their whole art style and everything and work their everyday tattoo using, I'll just design something on AI. It's like, no, fuck off. You're doing your client a disservice.
Agreed. I agree.
It goes to, like we said, AI is a tool. It's been a constant thing we've been saying through this. AI is a tool. If you use a tool right, it'll be good. It's like with a hammer. You get a hammer, you use it as it's meant to, just to hit nails or whatever. It's going to work great. You use that as to put paint on the wall. You know what I mean? It's going to fuck it up.
Yeah.
Use a tool what it's for. Don't use it for everything. You know what I mean? It's not a universal everything tool or thing that's going to fix everything and make it better. Because you're going to look like an AI artist. Like we said, it has a look to it. It has a sloppy look to it. You're going to end up with 6 fingers. Paulie. And are you going to end up with 2 right feet? Lazy people will make mistakes.
Yeah.
I
mean, there are different ways of using it. I mean, I've used AI. So one of my projects in AI is I taught it how to be a tattoo artist. I gave it 13 bullet points of what to look for. So sometimes, once I've done a design, I will show my design to my AI and tell it to give me critique. And I know that might be a weird thing to say, but I'm hearing somebody, I know it's only a computer, but I'm hearing a perspective and it'll point out things that I didn't notice. And it helps me refine it. So I don't do that every time, but I've used it.
Yeah.
I've used it I've done a big colour piece. And instead of taking 50 minutes to go through all my colours, I just show the image to AI and say, right, tell me what colors are in this. And my AI knows what inks I use, so it knows the brand name and every actual title, and it will just instantly give me a list of the colors that I should use.
Yeah.
That is just a tool to save me 15 minutes. That's all it is. And people don't realize that is how you can use AI. There are so many different ways other than just generative AI.
Yeah.
It's a fucking tool. Just
I think in the end of the day, right, if you're a trad guy, stick to your roots, do what you want, do it the way you want to do it, that feels right to you.
Yeah.
And everybody respects that. No one looks down on you just because you don't use AI. I do traditional. I still go home and paint, and I don't post a lot of it, but I'll do stuff on my iPad. That's digital painting. It's that AI. You know what I mean?
But some people will still kick off about that.
Yeah,
It's
right.
not real art.
Yeah, I'll do
Here it is.
it's digital art. I'll do physical flash. I'll paint flash. If realism people, okay, if you want to do your realism the way you feel works best, you get the best result. Like black and gray realism, whatever your style. Sometimes AI will care a bit more than another style for it. Should you use it a lot? No. Can it help you in different ways depending on your style? Yes. What? Because it's a tool. Do I really care? No, just do a good fucking tattoo and don't be a dickhead to your clients.
Yeah, I don't agree with this person that posted this video, which he did it just for likes, and he got 100,000 views. So, he's done well with it.
He outed people without facts.
Yeah, he outed people without the facts of it. I mean, some of the images that he put, I know weren't AI. They were drawings. They were cartoon drawings, and he's just presumed this is AI slot, which is annoying.
Yeah.
But the comments on it from some tattoo artists that I've respected. Really,
Vile.
yeah, I've shown the evil side, the side where they are judgmental and they're putting people down to make themselves go up.
I've seen comments going, I get a few tattoos from this person. I think twice about going back now.
Yeah.
You're not even a tattoo. You don't know what they're talking about.
Fucking, if you've got nothing nice to say,
Shut the fuck up.
just move on.
Yeah,
Just scroll past it, read it, acknowledge it, and move on. You don't have to show that side of you online.
share an opinion, yes, but you can have a very calm, honest opinion, even if you disagree with someone. You don't have to be a cunt.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, don't be a cunt.
Yeah, it angered, when I read through the comments, it angered me.
Yeah,
it
same.
did. I just thought, fucking people are shit. Just every industry has dickheads. The tattoo industry has a lot of dickheads.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And that's because a lot of artists haven't come from other jobs. They've just gone straight from college into tattooing, so their arrogance has just stuck with them.
I see that with younger tattooers these days.
Yeah,
they act like they've been tattooing 20 years.
Yeah. I always say you should have life experience before you do this job. You should
Yeah.
be 22, 23 before you get into this job. I mean,
Yeah.
I was 30. I was late.
I was 21.
That's the perfect age, in my opinion.
I'm 36 now, but I had worked in youth groups, so I've dealt with all types of people. I worked in a fucking carnival. You know what I mean? I did everything.
Irish carny. That's a cliche.
Yeah, well, it kind of goes with trad tattooing as well, isn't it? Carnival worker. But I've dealt with people in a very close proximity in hostile situations, where people are aggressive and a bit more aggro. You have to deal with them calmly and professionally. Or in a customer service, or people in a fragile state. You got to know how to deal with that and how to look at someone and go,
Life
"We got this.
experience.
We okay." You know what I mean? But a lot of these younger tattooers, and I'm not slating everybody, it's a select few here and there. Like this person who's posted now, you're just doing it for clout. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Do a good tattoo, focus on your bookings, and fucking do one.
Again, that's another big thing. Why are people bothered about what other people are doing? And like you said, that person, I think he was called, is it Ollie, who you mentioned? A tattoo artist. He's a good
Yeah,
black and grey
he had
artist.
he had a really fair point.
Yeah, he said, these people are people that don't have clients, and I kind of agree with that. If they're concentrating on what other people are doing, then you're doing the job wrong.
Yeah.
Just shut the fuck up and do the job. Enjoy it.
I'm not super booked out. I got space this month. I got a lot of space next month. I'm not going to hide it and going, "Oh yeah, I'm booked out." No, I'm sharing this opinion with someone who is constantly grafted. But I'm not going to bring people down just to boost my interactions.
Yeah, it's bottom feeding.
Yeah, the
is.
person's a bottom feeder. But what this person is after realizing is people remember everything in tattooing. I remember people who were dickheads to me 5 years ago, and I won't be aggressive towards them. I won't be passive aggressive. But if it ever comes to a point where someone goes, "Oh, is this person nice?" I'll be like, "No, this person has blacklisted himself from conventions. People won't want to work with him. People, like-minded people will. But those people, their minds will change as they progress through their career. It always happens. This kid is not going to get anywhere if he keeps this up. They'll blacklist him."
Yeah. And again, what these people that are really, really hating generative AI don't realize that AI is It's part of life now. I won't go into the technical side of it. I say this all the time. The predicted singularity was 2047. I'm a fucking geek. I am.
You're a robot.
That was when we're going to hit a point of no return with AI, where it's embedded in society so much.
Yeah.
But
It'll be sooner.
we're in the singularity now and we don't realize it. You know, the experts are saying it's coming on so fast. 10 years from, I mean, we're in the dial-up right now. So when the internet first came out and it was you hear the screeching noise, it was awful on the phone. That was the dial-up situation of the internet and it was crap. We are in the dial-up of AI right now. We're only 3.5 years in. 10 years from now, AI is going to be totally different from the way that we see it.
Yeah.
And it's going to be everywhere. So the people that are slating AI now don't realize that in the future, they're going to be hypocrites because they are going to be using it if they like it or not.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's going to be making all their designs for them. There's going to be countless ways that I can't even comprehend right now or think about how we are going to use it. But I guarantee it, we will be using it in this industry. It's going to take over the industry and it's just going to be the norm. And I know it sounds shit now and it's not going to be like that, but times change. If you don't roll with it, with the changes, then you're going to be left behind.
Yeah.
So these people that are slagging off AI now don't realize that in the future, they're going to be hypocrites. They're going to have to sit down and shut the fuck up because that is the way the industry is.
Yeah. I listened to a podcast, The Honest Tattooer, and these guys are like what I class as real tattooers. They come up in like 20, they've been all tattooing. Everyone on it has been like tattooing 20 odd years.
Yeah.
There's some big names into it. And this older tattooer, an American guy, I can't remember his name, but he was on it and it's like, oh, you use all a lot of modern stuff. You don't do this and that. And he was like, look, all these old tattooers paved the way. We all did it. We all came up a certain way, like had a traditional apprenticeship.
Yeah.
We have skills that newer tattooers will never have. So why are we sitting around giving out and shouting about it and complaining about new tattooers doing this and all this new stuff coming in? It's ruining the industry. Take what you have that you're already better than them tattooing with and you're already a great tattooer. Take the new stuff and be even better than them again.
Combine it in what you know.
Yeah, like you don't have to sell out to you from your beliefs, but be a little bit more open-minded because what you'll do is you can still use your coils, but you might have a different approach. You might use different inks. You might have like a whole lot of different types of stuff, whatever comes your way. And it'll level you up even more beyond the new kids. And you're still giving them a run for money. And what you're doing is you're giving back to the industry and you're revitalizing it with the old way. You're keeping the old way alive, but you're still on a platform and at a stage and a level where you're also accepting new stuff. But people are going, oh, you're using that old technique? You're doing this? You're doing that? What's that? And it's keeping it alive. It keeps the circle going.
Just tweaking how you do things and rolling with the times.
Yeah.
That's it. If you don't change, if you don't accept change in this job or in any job, then you're going to be left behind.
Yeah.
That's as simple as...
Like I said, I'm very rooted into traditionals of tattooing, but I'm very aware that I have to be flexible. So it's flexibility.
It's the job. I got old friends that refuse to move on. And you can see it in the work. You can see that their work has not got any better because they refuse to do some of the stuff that, as we keep saying, social media is the job now. 10 years ago.
It's killing me at the moment, but I got to do it.
You've got to do it.
Yeah.
10 years ago, I didn't think that part of my job would be to make sure that every night I've got to edit videos and shit. I didn't think that, but now it is. And if you don't, you're getting left behind because the new kids are coming in that are smashing social media with average work and they're booked out. They've got the clients.
I did 9 sheets of flash there the other day, and I had to do a video chatting in front of the camera to push my sheet out. Has anyone booked one yet? No, but I gotta keep posting it. I gotta keep it out there.
It's the grind. It's shit, but it's now part of the job.
Yeah,
we just have to accept it.
Years ago, I could just slap it up on Facebook and there you go. But there's 12 designs booked, but saturated industry, people with AI. But it is what it is. There's a lot of phenomenal magic, and you can only call it magic in this industry of great things. But with every good thing, there's the other side of that coin. So there's just dickheads.
Yeah, don't be a twat.
Yeah, don't be a twat.
Just concentrate on yourself. Just fucking...
If they're doing a better tattoo than you're doing a tattoo, don't shit talk them. Don't put them down. Ask them, how'd you do that?
Yeah. I literally...
Any artist that would ever ask me any question, I'd give them the best answer possible. Because that's what I wanted when I was coming up. Why wouldn't I do that now,
I literally... messaged Chris Mine last week. Absolutely amazing. Am I saying his name right there? Mine. Absolutely amazing realism artist. I messaged him out the blue. Never met the guy. I've spoken to him through Facebook, but I've never met him. I messaged him asking how does he get his whites to stay so white for the photo? And he told me his technique on how he did it.
Yeah.
And that was just me reaching out and asking somebody, not being jealous that they're doing it better than me. I was just curious and I learned something.
Yeah.
And that's how we should be. We should all be helping each other, not putting each other
Same,
down.
me and Tim, and then Matt Flowers, who I've mentioned before, over at Newcastle, Black Moon. He's a traditional tattooer. Honest, loyal to the coil dude, will like dip and rip, you know, like he's a phenomenal tattooer. I think he's way underrated. He's a great tattooer. But I first started talking to him randomly in a group chat for a tattoo convention. And now we chat every now and then, and I've asked him questions about inks and stuff. Again, like I do a lot of trad stuff. So I was like, I want to go on these Dermagloss stuff. And he was like, yeah, you need this, you need to get that. And he goes, by the way, get some agitators because it doesn't come with it. But he went out of his way to give me extra information and stuff like that, you know?
We shouldn't, tattoo artists, we shouldn't be competing with each other. We should all just be, there's enough clients to go around for everybody. We should just be helping each other.
Yeah.
I hate it when I see tattoo studios that, like, this other studios in their area. Like, do you mean there are more than one different pizza shop out there? Do you know what I mean? It's just business.
And for like, you get a lot of people dissing young artists these days, and then we get some artists are just ignorant and are rude, young artists, but people who are genuinely trying and they're not doing the best tattoos, they're still only early days. 2 years into tattooing is fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Absolutely zero. It's like being there for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So like, don't give them shit. Like, let them make their mistakes because you made those mistakes. You know?
I made loads of mistakes.
Oh, fuck me, man. I don't even want to have the nightmares
Yeah.
again. Anyway, if you don't like potato,
That was so fucking random.
you don't like spuds, you don't like chunky chips, and in case anyone hasn't noticed, I'm very much an Irishman.
Irish as fuck.
Yeah. Green and everything, right? This is a cultural insult to me, like that you don't like potato, like in any
I
format.
feel like I get slated for foods all the time. I don't like potato.
There's about 4 videos of me getting shit for not liking something.
Yeah, potato, the texture kills me. Mashed potato is
Glorious.
Even I can't even say the fucking word. It goes through me that much.
So like creamy mashed potato, thinking about that right now.
Goosebumps then. It's fucking disgusting.
Oh, so good.
So if I like chips, I like fries. So if it's minimal potato and a bit
Because
crispy.
you like crispy skin with a little, like
Yeah.
it's flavouring of mash.
If I have a Sunday roast and I have roast
It's
potatoes.
not a roast if you don't have potatoes on it.
Well, I don't have potatoes.
It's not a roast.
My roast potatoes are like this big and they're burnt to a crisp, so there's no potato in it. That's how I like it. Potato's disgusting. So fuck you.
No, you're wrong.
Well,
You're wrong. Every type of potato is good. You can't name a bad one.
a spud is just a massive fat chip. No, thank you.
Pretty great. A chunky chip.
Oh, a chunky, like soggy wet chips from the chippy. Oh my god.
Where are you getting chips from that are soggy and wet?
A lot of English chippies do soggy chips.
I haven't had any soggy chips yet.
I've not been to a chippy in years. I don't go to chippies because
You're better than that.
yeah, I'm being pretentious there. I know I am, but I don't like fucking potato. I'll go to a chip shop. Fuck that. But yeah, random attack there, you motherfucker.
Fuck it. It's 'cause you're shit.